Hi. Today we're going to be talking about recently started job campaign. And what that means is we're targeting sales leader, marketing leaders, whoever your ICP is that have just started a new role in the past 90 days. So in this video, we're going to talk about what I like about this campaign, how often I'm using it, B, what the tech stack required is, and then I'll create like a walkthrough of like how you build this step by step, and I'll be building it for my own company. So before we begin, like I want to call out this is hands down one of my favorite campaigns. And that's because like I use it for every single person I do campaigns for. So that means that I'm using it for my own companies, the companies I work with, my clients. Every single company is using these campaigns. Second, like something I'm gonna call out later as well. This is like one of those evergreen campaigns you can always keep running. The reason they're so good is because when a lot of leaders find gaps when they start new roles, like they're looking for new solutions, they're willing to improve processes, they can see that okay, like the current gap is there and that's why something's not performing. They're also looking for quick wins. So if your software does any of that stuff, or your service or product, whatever, right, does any of this stuff, this is a great campaign for you. Second, like when you're reaching out to them, your emails should be highly relevant because you understand the state of mind and can sell accordingly. And third, like obviously we just called it out this evergreen campaign. The only con here is like a new sales leader is like willing to take less risks compared to like someone who's been in the role for like 1 year, has already proven themselves, and like obviously this depends on person to person, but this is like more of a generic statement. So you need to understand all of this stuff when you reach out to people. But this is something you should always be running, especially if like your product or service can help them get quick wins. This is the tech stack that's required. And I'm going to be talking in terms of like everything. So LinkedIn Sales Navigator, this one's like really important, the only non-negotiable one. After that, whatever your LinkedIn Sales Navigator searches, you need a Sales Navigator scraper. This has multiple options, and I'll talk about the different options. Third is like an enrichment tool or filtering tool because you might need to like enrich further or filter further. So, having said that, let's dive deep into like a walkthrough together in which I am pulling recently changed jobs, like people who've just started as a sales leader, head of sales, BDR manager for Deliverability Ninja. So for our company itself. So what we're gonna do is the first step is create a list using Sales Navigator. So this is Sales Navigator right here. What we're gonna do is do that. So company headcount. I particularly like selling to companies which have like 20 to 200 employees. So we're gonna do that. 11 to 200 employees. Um, Company type privately, I mean 11 to 200 most likely is. I guess we can sell to non-profit as well. So I'm just gonna keep this for now. Current job titles. So let's see. We need a sales team lead. I sell to head of sales. I do chief of sales, chief sales officer, chief sales officer, VP of sales, VP of global sales, business development manager, and director of business. Cool. Like I can actually make this like really big, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna like go on the smallest section, right? Seniority level, you can do it. Let's just do it. Sure, why not? Like I want directors, I want owners, I want CXO, vice president, experience managers, strategic. Sure. Right. So that's the stuff I want to exclude. Entry level manager. Sure. Right. That's it. So that's the next thing. What do I want to do? Right. And the next is like I want to target people in North America. So I can obviously this depends on company to company. For the sake of this video, we don't do this. Let's just keep it to United States. And that's the postal geography is United States. The next thing is change jobs. I guess this is the main thing from Sales Navigator. It allows you to change jobs. So that's it. You do filter this. So now I have these 1.5k plus people that are relevant here. What you should also do is like, I want to remove presidents from here. I want to remove like advisor probably. So you can do stuff like advisor, exclude president, exclude, and yeah. So this is going to be like relatively pretty clean list if you think about the people, and like they're all recently hired. So like 2 months in company. This is like up to 3 months in the company. So this is a very good list. Now that we have our list ready, the next step here is to scrape that list. There are multiple ways to scrape LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Obviously, and I'm going to talk to you in terms of like, it really depends on like how good you are at scraping versus how much volume you need. Right? So there needs to be like a fine balance between that. If you're a company and like maybe you need like 1,000 rows a month or like 1,500 rows a month, like what I pulled 1,500, that's it. You can probably use Clay, you can use Everboot, or you can use Appify. Clay being the most expensive but the easiest one. Appify is like a scraper. You'll need to do cookies, but their documentation is good. Everboot meaning like it's a extension works. Like obviously with those quantities, right? Like low smaller quantities, you're fine. If you want to export like bigger quantities, right? Like we are doing like a large number of leads every month. So you probably don't want to use your own cookies. You don't want to tell Sales Navigator that you're the one scraping this. So you should be using gray hat methods to do it. I'm just gonna call out one called goldenleads.io. This it's the one that's been there for longest, but like I don't use that. And for the sake of this video, because I want to make this video usable in the next 6 months, the gray hat methods keep going and coming. So if you really want to export large amount of quantities, shoot me a message on LinkedIn and I'll tell you what's working at that moment of time. So for the next step, scraping the list. So to scrape the list, all I really used was Clay because I would imagine most people will use Clay if you watch this video. So what you need to do is just click on import, find people from Sales Navigator, add your link, add a max count here, right? Once you're done, wait some minutes, it's gonna start exporting people. You can see tenure at current position and like tenure at company, because so this will help you filter it further. And you can add company description, company name, headline, whatever you want to do, and you can find work email using Clay itself. Pretty easy. Just click on add a column, add enrichment, and like working. After this, once you have this, like this is all scraped, I guess find work email was enrichment, and then the next step is cleaning this. So you really need to think about what you would do if you were cleaning this list, or how would you qualify people. So one thing that I use for qualification is like number of SDRs, BDRs, whether it's a B2B or a B2C company. So this one's like huge qualification for me. So I can enrich this using AI or something, and then find like, okay, whether this is B2B or B2C, right? And then remove all B2C companies. Once I have this, I have enough information to create a campaign. Essentially, you can do this monthly, or depending on what you do, you can probably create like, or depending on how much volume you create, you can create like a workflow where this just keeps happening automatically every month. So yeah, so now we're done scraping the list. We're done enriching, filter what we need. And the fourth thing that we need to do is launch. Throw them into your sales sequencer, write relevant copy. Do not say that, hey, like, notice you started a role. I guess you can say it, but people receive a lot of emails. So if you have a very good product, you can get away with it. Otherwise, make it relevant. And step 5, like the final takeaway, this is the one of easiest campaigns to set up. You should launch this ASAP, right? And you're welcome for all the positive meetings. Until next time.